Episode 14. The party rushed in and overwhelmed the initial defenders and gathered their prisoners. The fight has gone the party's way so far. We join the party as they charge down the next line of defenders in Gnome Wars Part 2.
So I don't know, like Clive and Frankie are over here. They've like decided to join in, and you can hear the sounds of combat from within.
Yeah, as you may notice, Link and Neil are a bit outnumbered.
Right.
We already bust our way into this room over here, and then we bust our way into this room and charged on some people, and so we just kept going and bust our way into this room and charging these ones. That's where we are now.
Is Bug your new character, MP?
Hey?
Is Bug your new character?
Yeah.
Cool.
Angry's holding the door over here as well. He's got some. He's like holding the door. There's some force against the door from the other side.
Okay.
It's probably gnomes. Guessing as this is like the gnome place, but
Also, this other room's on fire.
and that room's on fire. Yeah.
So one of the gnomes used some kind of improvised Molotov cocktail thing on the party to try and hold them off. So I think it was simultaneous combat, and it was the start of a new round, right?
Link and Neil are in a bit of a bad situation.
Bug is going to run over to the door and try and take Angry's place.
Can we go?
That's what I'm doing with Bug.
What was that, Dave? Sorry?
Can we go through this door?
Yeah, that door's open. Do that. There you go. So those doors are open.
We can run 60, can't we?
That's right, yeah. So Frankie and Clive are going to run in. What's like Bull and Ilrune and everyone doing?
Bug is running to the door over here.
Which door? The fire door?
No, the one that he's going to
door.
try and take Angry's place, yeah.
But there'll be a window when no one's there, though, I guess.
Well, I'm guessing Angry's got to hold the door until Bug gets there.
So Angry's going to have to wait this turn, isn't he, to hold it?
Yeah.
Unless Fancy holds it for this turn, and then Angry could probably run off, couldn't he?
Well, Fancy's not going to be trying to hold the door.
He's not a door holder.
No, he doesn't hold door.
Well, I don't think Bug's really a strong holding door type, but I'm just trying to get our fighters into the fight.
So what you were doing with that door, if I remember correctly, was kind of pushing it and making it seem like you were trying to break through the door. And if you remember correctly, it was being held shut by people behind the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think you were. Although the gnomes might try and open the door and come through. The current situation is more like you were the ones trying to open the door.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
Just as a reminder.
Well, if that's the case, then Angry is going to stop trying to push this door because he can hear the fight in the other room. There's lots of arrows just gone off. He's like,
that's not to say that the gnomes couldn't just come through that door when you stopped blocking it, but
that's
it's still be like a calculated risk, I guess.
Yeah. Currently, at the moment, they're trying to stop him going through, not him trying to stop them coming through.
Yeah.
Okay, so his plan is probably going to be to run into because he's just heard all these arrows going off in here, hasn't he?
All these gnomes have got bows and arrows, except for these two funny-looking ones.
So he's going to be like, "I got to get in there then."
I'm pretty sure Matt last week with Varison, before the charge-in, set Varison there, ready to take a shot. Obviously, he doesn't have a shot at the moment because Neil and Link are in the way, but if Neil and Link were to move aside...
Yeah, so he's going to wait there to take a shot. Yeah, okay.
He should be ready to take a shot at whatever is the easiest target, I would think, through the doorway.
Got it.
So I think Ilrune's going to move up. I think Bull might get his bow ready and get there before Frankie.
Fancy's going to hold his position for now.
I was thinking Neil will probably move like here and then attack closest opponent. And if I'm just taking Matt's characters for the moment, I was thinking Link goes down here, takes that one. So Neil and Link.
So I think so Neil's going to do that. Link's going to do this. These people are going to try and shoot again before you get to them just because they've got bows and that's all they can really do.
Right. 14.
What was so Angry was coming into the room?
Yeah.
Is he just like flat out running? I guess he can't really.
Yeah,
get there
because
yet.
he can, if he runs, he
If
can
he
get
flat
to
out
there.
runs, he can get there. Yeah. Okay.
So he's going to run up to them, but not quite into combat.
Yeah.
The combat might come to you, mate. You don't know where Gareth's going to move them.
So that's just holding their position and shooting, basically.
Yeah.
So I think
Oh,
like the
that's
bottom
cool.
one will. I guess the bottom one will shoot at Link. Then mouse temporarily doesn't work. No, so that didn't do anything. And I guess a couple of them will shoot at Neil, and the others will shoot Angry when he comes through, since they don't really have a line of sight, and they're waiting in a line behind the barricades, and an Angry's going to run through. The one misses Neil, the other one doesn't hit Neil because his AC is like 20, right? Yeah. Okay. So they miss. Neil gets stuck in there. Link gets stuck in here. This guy comes. He's got like I haven't really selected the best token for him. So he's actually got a shield and chainmail, and so he's kind of a melee guy. So yeah, it's probably bit confusing with the token there. So I apologise for that.
I have to apologise to Matt for doing that with Link now. I wouldn't have done that if I had known that. I thought he was some granddad, like fucking just.
You want to
mincing
swap?
around
Do
in
you
the
want to swap? Do
background.
you want to swap him around?
If he's going to be the more deadly one, then yeah.
Yeah, he's like the boss guy. Yeah, so it didn't really communicate that. So I just have a do-over and swap those around. Right, Angry's coming through. I'll take a shot at him, and then we'll get into the melee. Dude, yeah, natural one for that guy. Top of their game. Yep, right. So all of them missed.
Oh god.
Okay.
I've definitely taken on Grandad with his staff of shieldness.
A bug was going over here, right to the door.
Yeah, Bug's holding the door.
All right. So everyone's where they need to be now. I think Varison as well could take a shot, couldn't he? We forgot about Varison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was there time for him to take a shot? Oh yeah. He can definitely.
Yeah, I think he could probably
Mark.
shoot the boss guy, right? Like it seems like the most obvious shot for him. We'll keep that roll there for now, and we'll just park it for a second, do the shot, and then we'll resolve.
Yeah.
That guy might get shot. Theoretically, he could just die or whatever. So.
Who's rolling for Varison then? You got to do that, and you go.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking you taking him over and you could do it, but you can't. So we're all waiting for nothing. Okay, cool. Right. So it's going to be a dexterity with proficiency. Say hit.
That's definitely it.
I don't really know how to use players' character sheets. This is confusing for me. Okay, so he needs to do this. Oh, that does. Okay, well, ignore the hit roll because I should have done that the first time. I clicked the wrong button. So the damage is 8. Right. So an arrow gets stuck inside this guy in his chest, sort of pushing its way through the chainmail, and it clearly, it's clearly hurt him a lot. He's like badly wounded. It's probably only a matter of time before he succumbs to that wound. But at the moment, the adrenaline's going. He's still on his feet for the moment. He's defending his home. He's going to keep going. But he's badly hurt. Cool. Okay. So sorry. So who was Neil attacking? The boss guy or the
Boss guy? Yeah.
So he's hit the boss guy. So it's a 1-2. The boss guy's dead.
Boom.
I guess he does get a swing at you before he goes because it's simultaneous.
Yeah.
He's made it this far. I just realised I don't have his stats on my website, so I just look at the table a sec. Sorry. Cool. So he should have like okay, so I'm going to give him a +4. So he still misses and he's dead. What a loser. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Angry can't fight because it's literally just Link, isn't it? So it's going to be a bit boring while I just... Oh, no, because... No. I was thinking then you'd have to wait for the names to attack, but obviously they can't. They've shot, so they're not attacking, so it's just... That is enough to kill one.
Kill. Nice.
And now they are taking a morale check because the leader guy got nailed in like seconds. They've scored a -1 on their morale roll. You can see that they are visibly shaken by this recent turn of events.
Wow.
Next round.
All those arrows and they all missed. I was expecting at least one of us to go down.
I called it last week. I said you'd be fine. It wouldn't do anything.
Neil's going to have to go for Grandma.
Angry's just going to step forward and start hitting Gnome.
So I think actually what's going to happen now is these gnomes are going to just throw down their weapons and like surrender.
Right.
They're all shouting, yield, don't kill us.
What about the one at the
You're
back?
going to putting us in a moral dilemma.
Yeah, she looks like angrily for a moment, but then she's like, yeah, yield. We have yield. And she runs over to the dude that's dead, and she's like sort of looking up, trying to see if he's alive and sort of holding back tears. And yeah, it's all a bit Yeah, it's turned a little.
We're going to tie them all up then.
Yeah, maybe we could just take them all up to the other gnomes. Like,
Yeah.
To get ritually sacrificed.
yeah, we said 5. We can let them do the dirty work of burning them at the stake, then, can't we? Rather than us slaughtering them all.
You're not burning up the stake. You're not doing it properly.
Is there any more, or
Yeah.
because I got the feeling that there was
Yeah, there's more behind this door, isn't there?
yeah, at that door. Yeah.
So, are we going to call it a day there? We're going to use them as gnome shields.
Round them up. Obviously, search the leader guy's body. See if he had anything decent on him.
We can search them all, can't we? If we round them all up and tie them all up, we can search them all and take whatever they've got. Surely, if they're yielding.
Ask them where's the treasure. You got any treasure? What's through that door?
I guess
we're going to grab Grandma.
we really need to ask them about the nature of the tree, don't we? Because we don't actually know much about it.
Well, if we gather them all in the other room where we've got the others held up, take them all through to this room, and then
So, while this is going on, you can hear footsteps like running outside this room to the north, echoing in the corridors.
Where okay.
To the north, like over here.
Going which way?
Wrong layer. Can't tell. You just hear footsteps running around.
Again, we need people to be tying people up, and also people to be trying to see what's going on at the same time. Then, don't we? So, kind of splitting up again a bit.
well,
Yeah.
if we concentrate on getting these guys tied up together with the others and guarded, then we can concentrate on what's going on outside.
We need to search them, and also, I don't think we've searched any of these rooms we've been in.
But no, we were a bit busy.
Yeah, we got. I think what we need to do, like I said, is get them all together in one room, tied up, guarded, deal with any threats, and then do all the searching. So we don't want to be searching while we've still got threats.
There's also a sort of cloud of smoke coming under this door into Ilrine's face. Just in time for the surrender.
It's nice sometimes to watch, stuff get killed, but know that nothing you have is at risk.
I like to think you turning up turned the tides of battle.
They saw 2 more and were like, oh, fuck this.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's what I named my new character.
So what's the deal here? Everybody is just grabbing a gnome and bringing them over to the prisoner room where the smoke's filling up the room. Is that it?
Yeah, do we have enough to carry all of these gnomes over to the prisoner room?
They can go under their own power if you poke them with a sword or whatever.
Well, shall we bring the prisoners into this middle room then? If that one's filling with smoke.
Could do. It's going to take longer, but yeah.
Like one of these prisoners is lying in the smoke now, coughing.
Yeah, so we'll gather. We'll gather all the prisoners in this room.
Well, I guess you only need 5, so.
That's true. We only need 5. Doesn't matter if one chokes to death.
Blimey.
Excuse me.
You're not a fan of the Geneva Convention, then?
They're not our friends, are they? They're not our friends. They tried to kill us.
Right, so you're gonna bring them all into this middle room. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Kind of put them all, set them all back to back, and put a big rope around them all, like a cartoon or something.
Make them into a chain gang.
Tie them all together. That's gonna take a little while.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's a big old heap of gnomes.
Yes. Okay, this is good.
Right. So we get them all secured.
At this point, this room's a bit more smoky.
So do we want to?
Ilrine's just hanging out in the smoke.
Did you guys
I didn't inhale.
Did you guys burn the stump? Has that happened?
No, we haven't actually got there.
Oh shit. Okay.
So do we want to go this door, or this door? Considering we heard the noises from up here.
Oh, you're going to press on, eh? Well, we can't get through this one, can we? We're sort of parting it.
I don't know. Are they still pushing? If Bug pushes the door, do they still try and stop us?
Yeah.
As we hear footsteps coming
But
around here.
even though Pete's not here, he probably would agree to do this. I think I'm just gonna, since he doesn't, it's not gonna result in him dying or anything. I'm just gonna give you the benefit. So he pushes the door now, and it just swings open easily, and it reveals no gnomes. The place seems to be deserted.
All right.
The bug pushed open the door, and there are no gnomes behind it now. Pete, I took the liberty of assuming you would be happy to do that, since I knew you weren't going to like get instantly killed or anything. I just took the liberty of doing that.
So we've heard footsteps, but we can't see any
there is
gnomes.
some smoke though.
Where's the smoke coming from?
The
From
burning
the
room.
west. Yeah, so it's sort of
Oh, that
coming
okay.
from this way. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Smoke out the
Did we
whole
get anything?
building now.
Have we searched Gramps' body yet?
We haven't
Haven't
searched
anything
anything yet.
to my knowledge. No.
Right, we should just search all the gnomes that we've got round up and everything else.
So yes, Dave, did you want to search somewhere? Is that right?
I was going to suggest we all search the gnomes that we've rounded up, and including the bodies of the slain.
Okay. I'm just checking if these gnomes. Yeah, so they don't really. The gnomes don't really. They've got a small amount. Right, I'm going to do a big dice roll thing. How many gnomes do you think we've got here, including the ones we killed? I haven't really been counting. How many's here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10. Killed about 10, I don't know, maybe 20 or something.
I reckon we've got to be pushing on 20 killed and captured.
Yeah, it's actually just because I'm doing that. I'm being stupid. So they actually have. So it's like 12 silver from all of the nameless underling gnomes. So they're not very interesting. But the guy that the leader is wearing very nice chainmail armor, and the shield is also fancy. They are both +1 magical artifacts. So there's a +1 shield, which is studded with giant rat teeth. It's got teeth all the way around it, so it's like a gaping maw, basically, and it's painted all black, and black chainmail. But since he is a gnome, the chainmail will not fit. Will only fit those of smaller stature, should we say?
Okay.
It's very politically correct the way you said that.
So basically, fancy.
And let's say that the other gnome, the boss gnome. So she has 10. Okay, so it's 22 silver in total, and these magic items, which are much more interesting, I think.
Bug's pretty small. I reckon he's the same size as the halfling. I'm not good about. Neil would quite like the shield. Neil would quite like the shield.
20.
Not nearly
20.
high enough.
it's quite small on him. It's like a sort of a buckler on Neil, because it's like a gnome shield, but it would still kind of work.
Yeah, I'd still like the shield. I'm not bothered about the armor.
His AC is 20, yes.
So what sort of armor is it? Light or heavy armor?
I don't even, off the top of my head, know the rules for hitting like above 20 anyway. Like, it's just going to need me to roll a natural 20 to hit him regardless, isn't it? Does anyone know?
No, because sometimes you're rolling a character that's got plus to its...
So I'll have a plus, yeah, okay.
Plus to its hit, which is why I keep getting hit anyway, I'm guessing.
Well, keep getting hit, it's a strong word. Particularly when you've got 18 HP, but yeah, all right.
Well, Neil would like it, but he's not going to claim it. I'll let everyone decide. I won't claim either. Do you want a really strong shield character, or do you want to buff up everyone else's characters? That's kind of the deal, isn't it?
Who else is using a shield?
Clive uses a shield, but I wouldn't bother giving it to Clive, to be perfectly honest with you.
Bull does. In fact, yeah.
Bull's a good candidate then, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, Fancy uses the shield, but he doesn't get into the combat so much. So
No. The only small people we've got though are Bug and Fancy, aren't they? So when it comes to the armor, I would say.
Well, what sort of armor is it? Is it light armor, heavy armor?
Heavy armor, isn't it?
Chainmail, heavy armor.
I mean, you can probably have it, but it wouldn't work very well on him. Or it might be too much load for him, actually.
Yeah, it would be a problem on Bug as well, actually. Yeah. Perhaps we just take that back and put it in someone's bank until we need to put it on a new character. Can we do that, Gareth?
Yeah, you can do that. You'll get the XP for it anyway.
Okay, so Angry's...
I don't know yet. I'm sort of in the middle of figuring that out.
Angry's still got quite a bit of load left, so he'll grab the armor.
Rob, you going to take the shield?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
I have 2 shields.
One of them's a +1 shield, though.
Ooh, the armor is rare.
Ooh.
So it might actually be worth some XP. So don't lose that.
Yeah, Angry's holding that. How much load is that? Because chainmail...
I think it's in the rules, is it? And in the armor handout in the
5 if it's
Roll
heavy,
20.
it's normally 5 load.
5.
Yeah, it's something like that. Sounds right.
Even though it's smaller.
Yeah, but it goes on a relatively smaller person, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of that.
So it can't quite carry it, actually.
It's still rare. Is still only it's in the 500 category. It's 500 to 5,000. Okay. All right. Anyway, figure that out later. Boring bookkeeping.
Right.
Cool. So you've done that. The smoke's spreading a bit. Sounds of running in the corridors have died down. So you've searched all the prisoners and tied them up. You haven't searched the room.
Search the room, please.
And that's taken about 10 minutes.
Right. Has anyone got 2 load space? They can take 528 silver pieces.
I've got 1 load on Neil I can take.
So you can take.
Yeah, I can take 2 loads.
Okay, so if you can take the 528 pieces unless you want to split it with.
No, 528. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Let Clyde take it. Let
So
Clyde
that's
take it.
2 loads.
Frankie's taking it, but yeah.
And then, yeah,
Sorry.
that gives me enough to be able to carry that chainmail. Okay, right. So, which way are we going?
Are we going to search these rooms? Because we haven't bothered to look in the rooms. There could be all sorts in here as well, couldn't there?
Definitely so.
I didn't really describe. They're a bit sort of disarrayed because they've moved all the furniture to make barricades and everything. But the first room is basically a guard room, cloak room kind of place. So there's the kind of things you'd expect, like weapon racks and coats hanging up and things like that. The central room with all of the prisoners is a kitchen. So there's table and stools and stuff like that, and a big stove. Cupboards, stuff like that. And then the last room, the east room here, is the dining room area here with like big table and chairs. But there are also hang on, sorry, so there's also some cupboards in here and bookshelves and things.
So we got like people covering the doors at the moment. Could the rest of them search the room quickly, or the rooms?
Yeah, so you can spend another 10 minutes and search all the rooms. You've got enough people to do that, I think.
If that's all right with everyone else.
The guard
It's worth
room's pretty smoky though, so it's going to be a little unpleasant in there.
You might want to get your people through before they get choked out in that room.
Yeah, I'd assumed they'd already gotten in. I just wasn't moving it.
Fair enough.
They can kind of tell you what they'll just come in now and they'll kind of notice the smoke, just kind of duck in
Yeah, so it's going to be difficult to search that room.
in the crematorium.
So I think if you want to search that room, you need to make a Constitution check. I think to see if you take it some kind of harm from the smoke.
Maybe leave that room then.
Okay. Right. So the other 2 rooms, you search those. Let's see what you. So the kitchen, you find kitchen stuff. So you find food stuffs, some delicious mushroom bread, jars of flour, raisins, mushrooms, dried prawns.
Someone obsessed with
Did
bread.
you say bread?
Yes, there is
Oh.
mushroom bread.
Okay, wisdom check.
So I kind of think Fancy goes to search that room and he just opens a cupboard and there's just like all of this bread, pristine loaves of bread in neat like columns and ranks like an army.
Oh, he's okay, but
He's not going to eat it.
He is looking a bit. Oh,
He doesn't have to eat it, but he still could eat it if he wants.
Become optional.
look at all this. He's probably going to fill his pockets.
Fair enough. But that's all there is in there, really. So you can, unless you could maybe get some rations out of that.
We haven't used any rations, have we, on this mission so far? Because we're only about. Did you say we're only about 2 hours in or something last week?
It's not that far from the keep, yeah. So in the dining hall, there's food in the cupboard. The books are all written in Gnomish, so I don't think anyone can really understand them. But so as he searched who's searched Clive, I guess, is a thief, isn't he? So he's searching the bookshelves.
No, Clive's not a thief. Frankie.
Oh, he's the wizard. Frankie's the thief. Frankie's
Yeah.
the thief. Well, Frankie can be in there anyway. So he's searching the bookshelves. He notices that one of the books is like a fake book, basically, and inside it is 499 silver, awkwardly.
Boom!
Boom.
So you find some money, but that's it.
You can carry it.
I can take half of it.
Load.
How much?
Yeah,
is
I can take half of it.
250 is a load, I think. I wrote it down after every week we discussed this.
I'll take 250.
Yeah,
Neil's got 250 of it.
I can take 200. There's 49 for someone to have.
You can, if you've got 1 load free, you could take 250. That's 1 load.
Yeah, but I already had 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 50 rounds down to 0 load, but once it gets to 125. It rounds up to one.
I suppose I could take the rest of the 249 because that would be 299, which would still round down to one load. Okay, I can take the rest of it. I could take 249 of it if someone can take the other 250.
I got that. I got that.
Are you sure I've got space? I forgot about that as well.
That's all right. I've got this. I haven't got any more space, but so if we find something else, it's up to somebody else. But I can carry this lot.
Yeah.
We want to be looking after Frankie at the moment. He's carrying a lot of gold, a lot of silver pieces. Also, he's a thief. I'm just saying that.
I don't think our party's had so much fucking loot on them ever, to be fair.
I think I mentioned this at the end of the last session. Hang on. I think I mentioned this at the end of the last session, but you've been at it like over 9 hours, so I think you've exceeded like the Fancy's resilience by an hour.
I thought we'd only been in a couple of hours.
No, because you did all that stuff. Because you travelled up here, and then you did all the stuff with the sheep and everything, and then you've come into here. So I've got it down that it's now 4:20. So yeah, you're getting on the edge of endurance.
Oh, I didn't realise that. I thought we had loads of time. Have we got enough time? Do you reckon we've got enough time to just search this room here quickly before, like, heading back or something, or heading out at least somewhere safe?
Yeah, let's say you can search that room at the same time slot. I think makes sense. So you sort of gingerly open the room, but it's a dead end and it's unoccupied. I've done that on the wrong layer. There we go. Right. So this room is a bed chamber. There's a bed at the far end. It's like a cozy bed. It's double bed for gnomes, not double bed for humans. There is a wardrobe, and inside the wardrobe is some nice gnome clothes. There's some nice woolly jumpers. There's some robes that have been woven from roots, and there is a gnome skull concealed at the back, and that's it.
No skull.
Yes,
Does it look valuable or magical?
it looks like a skull because it's a skull.
Funny that.
What if I pick up the skull?
Then you will be holding the skull. It's just a mundane skull. It's not like.
What about if I make it talk like it's a hand puppet?
I don't know. Is that well received by Angry and Neil? Did they find that funny, or how do they react?
Yeah, right. Laughing their ass off.
How about Angry? Does Angry find it funny?
He's just like, what? He's not exactly amused, but he's not. He's just like, what are you doing? What? Are there any hidden exits? Right. You search for like hidden exits, or
you can. Yeah, I think that's going to take a bit longer because I've been pretty generous with the 10-minute searching all of the place. If you're going to start looking for secret tunnels, then that's going to take another 10.
To be honest, I don't think
how close are we to having to do what is it, resilience checks?
Yeah, strictly speaking, you should have done one 20 minutes ago, but I let it slide. So there's one in like another 4 turns or 40 minutes. So searching for secret doors in here will take one of those turns.
Who's got to take the resilience check? Is it Fancy?
So at that point we'll reach 10 hours. So anyone with less than 10, that would looks like it is just Fancy at this stage. Oh, and Ilrin. Looks like Ilrin as well.
Jabbing them with a stick.
I mean, we are pretty fully loaded up with loot, as far as I can tell at the moment. Yeah. Maybe it would be wise to just cash that lot in right now. It's not often that we're this fully laden with loot, if ever.
Do we have to drop these gnomes somewhere on the way back as well?
Yeah, we'd have to drop those off at the village and explain that we haven't cleared it out yet fully.
We don't have to tell them that. We can just go, look, have all of these.
No, they said that no. And then...
Oh, they will they?
Couldn't we just take them back to the fucking town with us and, like, then take them to the village?
Why? What? Why do you want to take them to the keep?
Because we haven't finished our mission, and they said they'd know.
I don't want to take the gnomes to the keep. We can say like we've started and these are the ones we've captured so far. Here you go. We'll be going back in soon. Once we've got some rest.
Yeah, I think drop these lot off.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to drop those lot off at Oak Tower, whatever it's called.
Oakwood,
like the theme park. Yeah, Oakwood, like the theme park. So you're going to drop those guys off at Oak. It's definitely closer than the keep. It's like an hour and a half or something over there. So it's like an extra 3 hours traveling to sort of drop them off before you go back to the keep.
That's the best way to do it. Drop them off first.
So the plan is head back. Okay. So let's see. Totally lost where I'm going. So okay. I was going to see if you bump into anything on the... No. So you make it back out to the surface world over here. Oh, no, wrong. And the plan is to go to Oakwood, drop them off, come back down to the keep. So you take the prisoners back to Oakwood. And so what do you tell the people? So I guess you bring all these prisoners in, and the guards outside the... I can't remember what it was now, but where the ruler was, right? He's got like this town hall thing. So he's got some guards. So the guards relieve you of all of the prisoners and say, they assure you they'll be taken care of. Like, and you go in to see the mayor. So what do you tell him? What's the story? So the mayor kind of lets you in and wait. He wants to know what the score is.
Right, we've started the task he set us. As you'll see, we've brought in more gnomes than we said we would. So I think maybe we should be owed more silver than we brought double the gnomes we said.
So the mayor is like, wipe out the heretics, and you haven't done this yet. And
Yeah.
he's taking a hard line on that.
But there also the deal was for 5 prisoners, and we've brought more prisoners than we said. Means there
He
should
shakes his head. He says, "No. If you want, you can kill them right now, and I'll just keep."
I think Bug's just going to chip in quickly now and just go, yeah, all right, mate. We've just got a few stragglers to catch up with and deal with a stump, and we'll be back with you for our reward.
So does everyone go along with that? The mayor's really happy with your results so far, but he's like, but you haven't finished the job yet, so still more work to be done. So does everyone go along with Bug and head off, or do you press the issue?
We do need to go and investigate more, don't we?
No, we need to finish them off, but it's just, do we press the matter for we've done more?
We probably should press the matter.
The fact is that the mayor, or whatever his name was, said that he'd know when we'd done the job. We've already done half the job because we said we'd provide him with five captives, which we've done more than. And if he knows when we've killed them all, then all we need to do is go back in and finish it off, and then we can collect our reward afterwards. Surely.
Yeah, it's more about.
If you're trying to get more money out of him, I don't reckon it's going to happen. And also, I don't reckon we can even carry the more money at the moment because we're fully laden.
No.
Well, I'm not expecting payment now, but I was trying to.
You're asking for more because you captured more alive. So he says, he looks to his attendant and he says, so what? So he looks at you and he says, so I think it was, and he looks over to his attendant. It's 11 you brought back, and the guy like nods, like he goes, okay, and he like clicks his fingers, and then they drag in the prisoners, and he says, you may kill these 6 now yourselves, and I will just keep the other 5. And he just waits patiently for you to kill them in front of him.
We ain't got time for that. We got other things to be dealing with, like taking out your fucking precious tree stump.
Yeah, he's totally on board with that. He's like, yeah, great. You're doing the Oak Fathers work. Get on with it.
Let's just.
Death of the heresy.
So we're not going to get any extra money out of him. Let's just leave him be.
Yeah, head back to the keep.
Okay.
Well, there will be money. There will be money to be had, but it's just we've got to go back to the keep, go back to the tree, finish off the tree stump and the rest of the gnomes, then go back to Oakwood, I reckon. We've got to finish the job. Like he said originally, you got to do the whole job. We get the money.
We weren't after the money right then. We were just trying to negotiate that we've got more prisoners. So when we do finish the job,
but he didn't care.
Yeah. I know. So let's just head off.
He's not having any of it.
I think it was just a detour to get rid of the prisoners because they were a burden on us rather than us going straight back to the keep, to be honest with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got rid of the prisoners. They're going to face their execution. He's going to kill one off every day, and there's going to be lots of feasting and stuff. They're going to love it. It's going to be great. All the kids are going to come and watch. All the kids are going to come and watch the spectacle and everything. It's going to be great. So you guys head back to the keep. Let's see. So after you've got to Oakwood, it's actually getting pretty late, right? Because it's like practically 5 o'clock, 6. So it's actually 6:30 in the evening now when you set off from Oakwood. So it's going to take a few hours to get back. Well, no, it's only going to take like 4 hours, isn't it? So you can probably do that, can't you? And that's going to be fine. And then you'll just get back really late, like about 11 o'clock or something. But you do that, you get back late. But back to the keep. So now we're going to add up all of the spoils. The accounting.
Getting in.
Rechnung. Right. 1, 4, 6. So what are you doing with the shield and the armor? Are you going to try to sell them?
I think
Or are you going to keep
No.
them?
I'm going to keep hold of the armor in my bank. I think
Should we get it
Yeah,
appraised?
definitely.
What is the armor? Is it heavy or medium?
it's
It
chainmail,
is-
so it's heavy.
Right.
It's heavy,
Yeah.
but Gareth
I
said
forgot
it
there
was
was a
for a
heavy
small
category. Continue the
Gareth
research.
said it was for a small person because it came off a gnome. But I'm questioning, is it a magical item that can actually fit on anyone because it's magical?
No.
Shut down. Yeah, definitely.
It's not that magical.
We'll have to keep it for a small warrior type character then in the future. Stick it in the bank, Morg. Stick it in the bank.
Yeah, it's in my bank.
I honestly forgot there even was like heavy. No, there isn't. There's just heavy armor and light armor. I was right. I was right all along. In this system, it's either heavy or it's light. And it's heavy. Good. Right. So you're going to get 14. You got 1,467 silver that you recovered. Plus, is that right? I believe that's right. Does anyone else have a number in mind?
No idea.
No.
I've got
Sweet.
250 pieces on Neil, I think.
I believe you have 1,467. That's what I've totaled up in silver.
Cough up my gold then, haven't I? Cough up my loot.
And are we happy to share that evenly between everybody, including Dave, who wasn't here for 2 sessions, Matt not here this session, and Tony, who wasn't here for 1 session? Discuss.
It's a bit awkward.
mean-
When did we start? When did we return?
Let's start with asking what their thoughts are on that.
I'm content to take half a normal share.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I'm happy with that.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, Frankie did carry most of it out.
But in fairness as well, it's not just the trip, is it? It's the entire time we spent in the tree. It just so happens that we got to the centre the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, like it's like putting loads of money in a fruit machine and then walking away, and someone else puts in the last coin and gets all the money out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's totally up to you guys as players to figure that out. I think it's like, let me know if you need someone to just step in and make a decision, and I will. But I kind of want you to figure it out, if that's okay. I will if I need to break up a fight and decide it for you. I just will. Okay.
I don't think anyone's going to fight, mate.
No, exactly.
It's not going to
I just
get
said-
that serious.
Exactly. So I'm out. I'm gonna get a drink and I'll be back in a sec.
I mean, Farrison.
No, what we got? We got 3 people who were there for every session, and we got 3 people who've been there for some of the sessions.
Well, Farrison and Nick were there for nearly every session. Technically, took part this turn.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I reckon. Actually, yeah, I say, yeah. In that respect, Morg, I reckon that Farrison and Link should get a full share, definitely, because they did all of the hard work as well, getting in, and that's the harder part, isn't it? Getting in and getting the stuff. Just being there and then carrying it out. To be fair, is not quite as hard a challenge.
So are we saying that everyone gets a full share except Clive and Frankie, who are getting half shares?
Matt's taking full share as well as me and Rob and Morg.
So there's like there's 6 of you. Then if I said there was 12 of you, but really there's 10 of you because there's 2 halves missing, then I will divide this number by my crazy maths will work in my own mind. Right.
Do the
half
crazy
share-
math.
A half share of that is 150, and full share is 300. I think.
And that's
Let's
gold
reverse-
per character, yeah?
Should be per player.
Per
I'm now going to reverse add it all to make sure it makes sense to me. Yeah, but there's a little bit of rounding errors. Fuck it though. Just to say that it's easier. So it's 300 silver per player, or it's 150 silver per player.
Okay.
And then
that last bit.
I put in the chat how much silver you get. It's just like 150.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
And then XP.
Close enough. I rounded up a bit. I was very generous. I couldn't be asked to recalculate it. And then the XP. Are we going to have to do the shares on the XP as well? Okay. The total XP is 2717. So a full share of XP is 543, and a half share is 272. But that's not per character, is it? So That needs to be halved. If you're getting a full share, then you get 272 XP, and if you do it a half share, then you get 136 XP.
And those are per character, aren't they, rather than per player?
Right. But that's per character, yeah.
Yeah, cool. It looks about right, so I'm happy to go with it.
If you'd have just shared it equally, it would have been a lot easier for me.
Sorry about that.
Right.
But you did make the game where people can jump in and out willy nilly. So
willy-nilly.
you know, willy nilly. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't hear anyone complaining.
Yeah, I think that worked out pretty fast.
Right.
So is that 136 XP for each of my characters, or for all of my characters?
Yeah.
And then
So you will get 136 XP per character
brilliant. Thank you very much.
with a half share.
I mean, that's quids in it because you didn't do bugger all.
I didn't do bug all. Yeah, it's good.
You only missed one, right?
Yeah, I got very drunk instead.
Nice.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, by the way, mate.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Rumors? You want to do a rumor? Do I have any rumors?
Might as well while we're in.
Make one up.
Okay, maybe I will. Roll a dice.
What
Any dice.
It's a D
Just
what
working
for
out
rumour?
which.
Here we go.
Let's say a 12. A D12.
Right. Got a 6.
Can you imagine what a D100 would really be like?
I think I might have one.
Really?
The rumor.
You get them.
It's got to be like a tennis ball.
Hey, what? A D100?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like really like round, so they don't take ages to stop.
Yeah, it doesn't work very well. Not 100 this one. 60 maybe?
The rumor is that at least one underwater tunnel connects Stonehill to a nearby swamp.
Ah, okay. So maybe that's where the lizard men ran off to.
Attribute damage. No.
Attribute damage.
Someone got badly injured or something, did they?
I've still got some attribute damage that he needs to recoup
Yeah,
from previous adventures, but it's not.
I think we should probably stay for 2 nights because then we can get at least 1 attribute point recovered.
Everyone happy with that?
I'd only do that if somebody else needs some
Well,
attribute.
Well, Fancy's down 1 wisdom at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if he recovers,
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to stay a night if it's helping Fancy get back up to strength, definitely. Or
Sorry,
2 nights, if that's what you
2 nights. Is that what we're saying?
2 nights, yeah.
2 nights.
Cool.
So that takes Angry back up to 4 health for 2 nights as well.
2 nights. It's now the 7th of June. Everyone all set? Anyone want to do anything while you're at the keep? Spend any money? Do anything?
Hold on. Give me a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm doing a couple of bits and bobs, just restocking things. But if people want to go, then I can obviously do my maths on the road, so to speak.
Does anyone else
Dave,
want
there's
to...
a 65 silver that you can add to your bank.
Yeah,
Added to your bank. I haven't added it to the total. It's just a separate line in case you
Yeah, I
didn't
saw
want to bank it. But if you do want to bank it, it's just straight add 65 on. And I did your
cool.
XP for your characters when you weren't here.
Oh, cool, thanks.
Are we running low on torch bearers?
I think we might be.
Both my characters can. Frankie has a torch, although he doesn't use it because obviously it just sucks up supply. Clive has got a cantrip, and he's moderately tanky, as in he can take a couple of hits. So I'm happy for him to follow fairly close behind tougher characters when we're going into unknown areas. Really,
Bug is carrying torches as well, but he's not going to be carrying them all the time because he'd be useless if he could only carry a torch. He has the option to use a torch. Gareth, did you put Matt's money in his bank by any chance?
No, shit, I need to do that. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, he owes me some money as well, but...
Yeah, because he owes me some money.
Wait until he's back, I think. I don't really need it.
back.
But if the money's not in his account, he can never pay me back. So if he
The
has
thing is,
it, it was
he'll incur double banking fees if he banks it and withdraws it to pay you.
True, yeah.
How
I think it
much
was
is he?
50 each.
How much did he owe? It's 50 each.
Yeah.
No, he owes me 500.
Oh,
He owes Rob 50 and he owes me 500. So.
Oh, right.
Because he's only taking in 300, and then he's got to pay 20 out for accommodation, isn't he? So he's got 280 silver cash.
Have him give Rob's back straight away. So
Was
that
it
Rob's
50?
is dealt.
So it's
Yeah.
down to 230.
Yeah, Morg, are you taking your silver back that you asked me to carry?
And then
that was
make an educated guess, Gareth, on how
That was-
much
that was Luke,
of
was
the
it?
rest of what he might want to give me.
yeah, that was
I
Luke.
Okay,
I
cool.
will. I'll delete Rob's debt, and I'll just write that he's got 230 silver to bank, and it's just like floating for now, and then we'll just figure it out when he's back.
Okay, yeah, that sounds cool.
Because he's noted the debts on here, so I deleted Rob's debt. So Rob, you get 50 silver, and then
Yeah.
it's still logged here that Pete is owed 500 silver, and then I've got an extra line for him to just do that when he gets back, and then if he just whatever he
But-
decides to pay, he can pay, and then he can take
No.
10% off and bank it.
But no, Gareth has paid off Rob's debt or something like that, just so he knows, because
Yeah.
he'll be aware that he paid Rob some money.
Well, I just deleted it, but I guess I can note that I actually paid it. There you go. I need to do his XP as well. Is the plan to return back to the oak now?
Damn right, we
Oh,
got
yeah.
kicked ass of that place still. We still haven't got anywhere near getting over the bridge yet, which I reckon is where the real cash prize is. That's what it sounds like. The amount of time we've spent trying to get there.
Yeah, we got distracted again.
Yeah, distracted again. But I reckon that's where the real money is.